Hey everyone, I wanted to take some time today to kind of just go over my personal project and like what I've been working on recently. So basically what this is I use AI to plan vacations for yourself. So I often I love to travel, I love to go on vacations, and a lot of what my work goes into the planning is kind of like figuring out what to do on the vacation and even times like where to go, kind of like based on my interests. Like I never really know where to go or what to do. So I decided to take it upon myself to create like a travel AI that takes in each user's interests and preferences for just basic interests and preferences. And then whenever the user creates a vacation, they can like set a budget, a month or whatever that they want to go on the vacation. And also they have the option of putting in the location, but if they don't really know where they want to go, they can just leave that blank. And then my AI will come up with a fully custom vacation with a day-to-day itinerary that the users can use and kind of look at and get ideas for their vacation. So first off, like this is just a regular sign-in screen, and definitely ignore the design. Like I'm still working on it. Like for now, I'm just kind of leaving it gray, a gray background. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. And for signing in, I'm just using Google Auth. And you'll notice that when a new user signs in, they come to an onboarding page. And to kind of better explain that is in my code. Actually, let me go ahead and show the profile table. So when a new user gets created, they automatically get created into my profile table. And as you can see, my display name of Alex. And if I scroll over here, you'll notice that onboarding complete defaults as false when a person first signs up. And here in my code, I check that in the database and I go, hey, like if there's a profile but onboarding complete doesn't exist or is false, then we're going to push the URL to onboarding so that way that new user can basically tell the AI about their interests and a little bit more about themselves. So let's go back here, and I'm just going to kind of quickly go through it. So ask for your age, some of your interests, which mine, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I love coffee, trying new things, and I'll just keep it like that. So I really like Harry Potter, coffee, and trying new things. And then favorite foods, I'll just quickly select some random and then hit next. Address, I'll just do 123 4 Address Avenue. I'll just say Austin, Texas, because that's where I am. And then click Find My Vacation. So what that did was, as you could see, it updated the profile. So it was able to input everything. And then notice here how it changed onboarding complete to true. So that way, when a new user signs in, they just go to the dashboard and they don't have to go back through the onboarding again. So it's just a middleware check for when new users and current users are signing in. So once you go through the onboarding, you come into the dashboard where it has my groups, which kind of looking at that, I want to change it to like my vacations or something like that. And the idea is to have like all of your created vacations like down here for you to see. And if you notice up here, like it grabs your Google Auth image from Google and displays it, which this is something I've just been working on where you can create or view your profile, edit, and then I'm going to have like a log out function. So let's go ahead and create a vacation. So you'll come here and it'll take you to like a form page, which I'll probably work on this a little bit more. And within the form page, you kind of just tell it first, you tell it your budget. So I'll just put money is in an issue. And then what climate do you prefer? So me personally, I like warmer climates. Travel method. I would just say that I'd like to fly. Trip style. I guess for this one, let's do a little luxury, see what it comes up with. And then how many days do you want to do? So for this one, let me go ahead and just put 4. And then what month? I'll just say June just because that's summer and it's warmer. Destination, which is optional. This you can actually leave blank if you're not too sure of where you want to travel. So in this case, I'm just going to leave it blank because I'm not really sure where I want to go for 4 days. It's just that I want to have a vacation somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and click find my vacation. And now while that's loading, let me go ahead and let me fix this. Don't know what's going on. There we go. So what happens behind the scenes when you click find my vacation, all of this code here runs. And basically what it is I have an AI prompt that takes in the person's profile information. It takes in their travel preferences from that form. So each time you create a vacation, it could be different and it tailors its response based off of this as well as the profile information. And then these are just instructions for my AI so it doesn't accidentally generate like fake hotels or fake flights. Like it actually checks that they're real. And then here, it's just me telling the AI what JSON object I want. So for instance, like a title, I tell it that it's going to be a string, and then I also tell it like make sure that it's creative. So I'm kind of going through and defining the JSON object for it. And then this is just me telling the AI to double check that the values are actually numbers and not strings. And then this is me just setting up the chat model. And then here is important. So this is me kind of defining the types and props. So right here, because AI is not that good with math, this is me kind of explaining different things to it. And then right here, I basically take in its own numbers and do the calculation myself because I realize AI models aren't good at like actually adding numbers up, and a lot of times they're very misleading and inaccurate. So I kind of handle the math myself. Once I get the AI response, I create a clean suggestion that passes in the data from the AI as well as the math that I created to pass it in. So that way I get a clean response and then I save it to my database. And then once it's saved, I grab that ID from the database to pass it into the page here. So that way it pushes the route to a dynamic web page. And then when it pushes it to the dynamic web page, it'll show that specific vacation with its details. So cool vacation summary, the title, magical luxury adventure in London, which actually sounds really cool. And look, like one of the first things it mentions is Harry Potter. Like it knows that Harry Potter is a huge interest of mine. And it even recalls coffee, which was another interest, gourmet dining, which I did tell it that I enjoyed trying new things and food. And yeah, it kind of just explains, and it even says combines the user's love for Harry Potter, coffee, and trying new things in a high-end travel experience because I let it know that it was luxury. And here just gives a estimated total cost, which I definitely have to work on these estimated costs because they're not accurate because the actual live pricing for flying and hotel information can change a lot. So I definitely want to add in like here, like estimated, and maybe even look into some like flight tracker APIs and hotel APIs and kind of figure out what the pricing is for that. So when we look at the hotel information, the AI actually generate like I get the AI to actually generate the actual address of the hotel as well as the phone number. And then for the flying details, we take in the user's actual address, which in my case is Austin, Texas, to whatever location this vacation will be, and it kind of gives like an estimated cost. And here's a fun part, like it actually, from me telling it 4 days that I want to travel, it creates an itinerary for 4 days. So like if I were to do 6 days, 12 days, like this would increase accordingly. So it kind of explains what you could do for each day. Like for instance, let me see this. Take a luxury Harry Potter themed tour of London, including a visit to Warner Bros. Studio Tour London, the making of Harry Potter, which is actually really cool because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. And then day 3, coffee tasting experience right here. And then also try these cuisines. So it kind of gives you a really cool itinerary that you could follow if you want. And it even gives you like an estimated travel cost and estimated cost of the activity that you'll do, which I'm definitely still working on that. Definitely still have to work with some things, definitely with the pricing and like obviously the travel costs of like Ubers and whatnot. Now, the last thing I kind of want to show you is I need to create like a back button or like go back to the dashboard button. But when you come back to the dashboard, you'll notice that the vacation card shows up, which I definitely need to decorate that some more. And eventually I want to do like 3 dots over here or something to allow the user to be able to click that and like delete the vacation or like edit it or change it or something like that. Like just in case they don't like the suggestion that they get, they can like just delete it. And then yeah, when you click on it, it just brings you back to here. But yeah, that is my project that I've been working on. Definitely still a lot of work to do. I definitely want to add into this to like log out, edit your profile, view it, and then you can create a vacation. I definitely want to change some things here to like further customize it more. And definitely the biggest thing I want to do is add in APIs for price tracking so it's more accurate for the users. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video and there's definitely more to come.